North Dakota first.
Well, if there's one similarity among those we've interviewed for Veterans Voices, it's that each has his or her own story, serving in different branches of the military.
And tonight is no different, as you'll meet one man who not only lives a soldier's life, it's his job to tell stories about living that life.
There are a lot of men and women we care very deeply about who haven't been home for quite a while.
If you would have told a young Charles Hyland that one day he'd be introduced by Tom Hanks and help present an Oscar during the 80th Annual Academy Awards, he wouldn't have believed you. The Ohio native would have the same reaction if you would have told him he'd be interviewed by one of his former broadcasting students, also from Ohio. But first, let's go back to just outside of Cleveland.
I mean, I grew up pretty poor, and then that's why I'm kind of like, you know, I got to work hard now for everything I get, just because I started out that way.
And he's worked hard ever since. After graduating high school, Hyland worked in retail for a time and would then join the Army in 1992. An injury would cause him to leave, but not permanently.
I loved music, so I started DJing, and I would do house parties, and somebody, you know, it's funny, it's always one person will say something to you where it just, bam, you're like, whoa, really? And somebody came to me and said, hey, you idiot, you know you could get paid doing this. And I'm like, really?
He'd DJ in the smallest bars and the biggest nightclubs in Cleveland, all while attending what's now the Ohio Media School. But Hyland says the party atmosphere wore on him, and he felt like he needed more.
And that's when I ended up going back in the Army.
In 2003, Hyland got another chance at serving his country. He'd also have a chance to put his media school training to the test.
And the guy at MEPS looked at my thing, and he goes, I take it you want to be a journalist, huh? And I'm like, yep, that's what I went to school for. And he's like, well, we have a print spot open. I go, look, I know how this works. I don't care if it takes a year. I want to be a broadcast journalist. And so sure enough, I ended up getting in like about 3 months later, and here I am today.
He makes it sound brief, but between then and now, Hyland returned home and taught at the Ohio Media School and worked in Cleveland radio. In his time in the military, he's been deployed to several countries, including Iraq, Germany, and Kuwait. His first mission, though, came as a culture shock.
My first spot that they sent me to was Japan. And so when I got there, they basically put me, you know, I was a young private, and they put me in an office, they're like, okay, here's this news program, it's yours. And I was like, what? And so I ended up having to anchor my own television news show.
Hello and welcome to USRJ This Week. I'm Army Private First Class Chad Hyland.
Since then, Hyland's been entrusted to do a lot more, including move to North Dakota in 2019, becoming a public affairs specialist for the National Guard. As an Army journalist, it's his responsibility to capture the camo in action, showing the stories the public normally wouldn't see.
We try to show the positive. We try to show, I mean, we're here to show the taxpayers what we're spending their money on. You know, we're here to show a mom what her kid does on the weekends.
In addition to his numerous media awards, including the much sought-after Thomas Jefferson Award, one of his colleagues says Hyland is one of the best, hardest-working storytellers he knows.
I see him racing around to the point of exhaustion just to get a good shot. I'll see him jump down in the middle of a field on his belly in order to get a good shot. His videos are incredible. His editing skills are second to none.
Putting it all in perspective, Hyland, the storyteller, says it's hard to believe his life would become a story.
To have my story told, I didn't even know it was a story, but it's amazing. And to have it told by one of my students, it's even better.
And it is certainly my honor.
Yeah.
Hyland is also part of the team responsible for putting together the Tagline, the North Dakota National Guard's weekly newsletter.
Hyland also says he's proud to be part of this National Guard. One reason, it's assistance with the COVID-19 pandemic response.
We'll stay with us. Still to come on KX News, the small North Dakota city